Hey, Mary, back with another video. Okay, so I was in the shower and I was thinking about social responsibility and how important it is for people to uphold, a certain code of ethics when it comes to dealing with issues relating to personal matters, gossip, whatever, these kinds of things, and just their overall behavior. When I think of the issue relating to me, I feel as though for people to throw this issue out in the open the way that they did was socially irresponsible, especially from an employment standpoint, because obviously it creates problems to where people are kind of looking at you like, with the side eyeball, and you are being like highlighted and accused of things, and you're just sitting here, with a boggled mind. It's it looks poorly on the employer to participate in these things. I was thinking about some of these videos that they show on YouTube, or some of these issues that people find themselves in. Like, for example, maybe a employee might encounter a customer who they're kind of berating, or they're kind of being disrespectful to the customer. What people need to understand is that we're living in a day and age where people can catch you on camera doing all kinds of stuff, right? So you would think people would clue in and curb their foolish behavior and stop acting like fools. But the thing is, for whatever reason, they let their anger or whatever they let their emotions, rule them at that particular moment, and they end up doing something, and it ends up destroying their life. Kind of like the Adam Smith character who had an issue over at Chick-fil-A. Of course, he wasn't caught on camera by somebody else. He actually hung himself, basically, is what he did. And, do I think that people should continue to treat him that way? Well, kind of no. You know what I mean? I don't think he should be suffering this long for something that he did. He made a mistake, and I'm not sure if I agree with him on everything, but, still, we're living in a time where people you're basically under surveillance, like constantly, okay? And, it's not just the surveillance, it's the gossip, and of course the social media and these sort of things. And, how you behave and conduct yourself reflects poorly on you, And so, like, when I think of, people who, do stupid things, whether they're disrespecting a customer, they go in and they say something stupid, not necessarily relating to work, but just something stupid out in public, or do something that offends people or creates some sort of backlash, It's like, well, don't you know where we're living in, or the time that we're living in? We are living in a time where people are desperate to incriminate somebody. People are putting people on camera all the time. Filming things, people walking around with their phones, they have it handy, they have it ready, and they're willing to do stuff like this. So, social responsibility is important, especially when it comes to, relating to business, You always you should, conduct your business in an ethical manner, and you don't want to bring reproach on the company's name in any way, shape, or form. So, like, when I think of people sitting around gossiping, talking about me, I'm like, do they realize how uncomfortable that makes me feel? And especially all these years of this is going on, and I'm sitting here wondering, what the hell is going on? Why am I constantly being honed in on? Which I wasn't comfortable with, and I will never be comfortable with that. I'm the kind of person, I like to be, I'm just one of those people. I just want to kind of go in and do my stuff and, have a regular life, and I'm kind of a, not private person. I mean, could be open to people who I get close to, but, people talking about my personal issues, especially when I had no idea of this personal issue, and then they're holding it against you, that I want you to kind of understand how that makes me feel, Now, when it comes to the cute guy, like I said, he can come around, and I'm constantly, every once in a while, I throw it out to him, you can come see me anytime you want to, and he can see me anytime he wants to. But, I had no idea You know, and so what is it that these people were gossiping about? Took me years to figure out, you know. And aside from that, is it their business? You know, and if these people are quick to gossip about me, then they know, you know, that you can't have a decent relationship with people who treat other people that way, because they're probably gossiping about you. You know, so you got to be careful about stuff like that, you know. And it is socially irresponsible to throw out certain information, especially anything that is going to cause some sort of controversy, anything that's going to offend a group of people. You know, and I'm not saying that you have to, because some people talk about being politically correct, and they roll their eyes when you say these sort of things, okay? But what I'm saying is, let's just say, for example, you're the kind of person, you don't like a particular group of people. Let's just say, for example, you don't like, okay, I'm just throwing this out there, like you have an issue with Jewish people, okay? But you run a business, you know what I mean? The thing is that I'm not saying you have to change your beliefs, okay? I personally don't have an issue with Jewish people, but my thing is, this is an example. But if you do, you know, it's like, you know, it's one thing to have your personal opinion, but your personal opinion being thrown out to the public could cause problems and backlash, okay? Not just to hurt the community of these particular people, but think about how stupid that is and how it reflects on you. You don't know who you're talking to. You know, you could be saying something to somebody who might be Jewish, might be married to a Jewish person, might support or, you know, kind of sympathize with the Jewish community, and they might turn people against you. You know what I mean? And it's these stupid things that people are continually doing and putting their life, and they're throwing their life out, and basically flushing everything that they worked for down the toilet because they're not socially responsible. You know what I mean? And, you know, of course, I don't, you know, it's not just so much focusing on them, because obviously, you know, I don't believe in hating people, period. But still, you know, this is just an example. So I think of, you know, the issue about me lying to my husband, that was coming close to 20 years pretty soon. And this shit has been going on for years. And, you know, who gives a shit? You know what I mean? This man really obviously has issues, you know. So for somebody to throw that out, to me, is racially motivated. You know what I mean? And it was wrong to do it, you know. So, you know, I just look at people and I think, my God, why in the world do people do the things that they do? I often wonder, you know, how is it that these people can get along in life? And I sometimes I think, you know, do you have to be stupid to be, you know, successful? Do you have to be an idiot? Because I look at these people who do this sort of stuff, and they're living their lives just fine. They don't give a crap about anything. They just do whatever they want. They don't have any social morals and responsibility, you know, nothing. And life is also wonderful about, you know, with them. But whatever the case is, you know, I can't stoop to that level. I personally think there's a lot wrong with that sort of behavior, and I will never allow myself to stoop to that level. To me, that's beneath me, you know. So anyway, it's like, I don't know, almost getting close to a little after 6:30. My internet is still not on, okay? Strangely, you know, my internet address is being picked up on my phone, but not on my TV. And I really don't feel like getting up and getting that number to re-enter it into my TV. I think it's on my phone, so I won't try to get it from that. But I'm just, you know, I'm just amazed at the stupidity of people. You know, the stupidity of their actions, and they're completely oblivious to the kind of problems that their behavior creates, you know. So I've dealt with a lot of ignorant people. I will tell you, I have dealt with so many. And one day I might go into telling you specific stories, and it's jaw-dropping. It is jaw-dropping. And, you know, it's funny because I think a lot of people think, because, you know, I'm an African-American person, they assume that I don't know what they're talking about, or I don't understand, or that somehow I'm not as intelligent as they think. But, you know, that works to my advantage oftentimes, because I look at these people and I think, oh my God, you're a moron. You know, you're a fucking moron to think and behave the way that you are, you know. So anyway. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this video up. I'm hopefully going to get some sleep tonight, early, preferably. and I will be back with another video later. I'm doing videos right now because there is nothing else to do, and there's a huge CD case underneath my desk with a crapload of dust on it, and so I think I might dust some of those off later if I feel like messing with it, because it's kind of dirty. And yeah, I really don't feel like cleaning all of that right now, but we'll see how I feel. I might be, stimulated enough to want music, so where I could, music helps me a lot. As a matter of fact, I prefer music more than visual entertainment. I mean, I do watch TV sometimes, but I prefer listening to music more so than actually watching TV. And, without it, I'm kind of like, I kind of need that for, mental stability. Oftentimes it helps me. But anyway, I hope you have a wonderful weekend. I will be back with another one later.